You have a metal arm? That is awesome, dude. By Just Another Book Nerd. Chapter 4. The Interns and Employees of SI. Peter loved spending time in his lab, with or without company, usually his dad. But Peter also loved spending time downstairs in the labs, helping the interns and employees of Stark Industries. Tony didn't always like it, because "Stop stealing him" and "Peter is mine," but Peter found it funny when he got all pouty. Pepper really liked that Peter genuinely enjoyed helping and liked the employees of SI, and they all liked and respected Peter, despite him being younger than them. She said that he would be a great CEO when he grew up. The employees of SI knew about Peter being Spider-Man. There had been a press conference following a break-in at the tower where Peter used his skills without a mask on. These people were some of the brightest minds in the world. They easily put two and two together. It made things easier for Peter in the tower after that. He could stroll down a corridor on the ceiling, tired, at 10 a.m. on a Saturday, and no one would bat an eye, and he wouldn't have to panic. He could flip onto the ceiling to look at equations, because for some reason that helped him. He could lift heavy materials and machinery for people that may require 6 people to lift. It was a complete win-win situation for everybody. So, when they heard that Spider-Man had been injured badly in a fight, they worried for their mini-boss. They worried less when they heard that he was safe and stabilised in the medbay, but none of them had the clearance to visit him, so they were given information from the doctors every now and again. Needless to say, they were all ecstatic when they saw Mini-Boss walk into Lab 83 at 11 a.m. on a Saturday morning for the first time in just over 3 weeks. They all said their hellos and "good to see you backs," while Peter apologised for not being back for so long, as he had been in a medically induced coma for the first week, only woke up the first weekend, and spent the last 2 weeks and the last weekend catching up on schoolwork. Then he went around the lab, looking at their work, offering help if needed or requested, doing as he would on any day. But, of course, something had to make that day different. He visited a biochemist by the name of Oakley. He was developing a special gas that would freeze and seize up any type of metal, but it was safe for human skin. He was hoping to be used to freeze up weapons, making it safer for civilians to escape muggers and the like. That sounds really cool and helpful, Oakley. It could help save people if I can't be there or get there in time. May I see a demonstration? Peter enthusiastically encouraged. Yeah, sure, he spoke while scurrying across the room to retrieve a robot that someone had made a few months ago, making it move to show that it could still move freely, before declaring loudly to the room, "The gas only freezes up the metals and mechanics for an hour, but if you are near enough to us and are working on something that you want to be able to move, please move away for a minute until after the demonstration. Thank you." He lifted up his spray bottle and sprayed the moving robot. It started to slow its movements before getting completely stuck. The spray also went on Peter and Oakley, but wasn't sticky or caused any rashes or irritation. "Well done, Oakley. This will be really helpful for people when it is perfected. I can't wait to see the final product," Peter exclaimed. The crowd of scientists started clapping. Peter went to join them. He tried to move his left arm, but it wouldn't budge. People were starting to notice Peter's struggle. His right arm was up, ready to clap, but his left arm was stiff and stuck in position, still by his side. They watched as his shoulder moved, trying to shift his arm, but it was not budging. Oakley was starting to worry. "Oh no, I'm so sorry. Could this be an effect on your spider DNA? Oh my god, what if you're never able to move your arm again? Will I be fired?" "Oakley," Peter interrupted. "Calm down. I have good news, and a surprise. Just let me speak and leave the questions until the end." "Oh?" the college student practically whispered. The crowd also looked interested. "Okay, so, good news. You don't have to worry about me being able to move my arm ever again. You'll understand why in a minute. More good news. Congratulations, Oakley. You are able to seize up vibranium. Well done. And finally, the surprise. Something I should have remembered before I stood too close to your demonstration. As you all heard, I'm sure, I was injured badly, but I don't think any of you heard the full extent of my injuries. I mean, not even I knew about them for a whole week." There was a collective laugh around the room. Yes, so turns out I had quite a few bullet wounds and a couple of stab wounds, but also a large slab of concrete fell on top of my left arm. He began to take off his hoodie and his skin-coloured glove as he finished. It was damaged beyond repair, so my left arm had to be amputated, and now I wear a vibranium metal arm, just like my Uncle Bucky. Gasps were heard throughout the room as Peter revealed the masterpiece of technology was his arm. And of course, me being the idiot I am, forgot I had a metal arm and stood right next to the spray that would seize up metal for an hour. At least Dad will find it funny later. Everyone laughed at his misfortune. Peter continued his rounds. Once he had taken off his arm and laid it on one of the desks for the peers to look at, while he continued going around the lab. The faces in the labs downstairs when he walked in a science pun t-shirt, with his hoodie tied around his waist, missing his left arm and a vibranium arm tucked under his right arm, were hilarious. Hey guys, it's been a while. What the F? Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Have a lovely day.